in conversation with Mr. Neeraj Aggarwal, PGP-1999. Sir, you are the winner of the Young Alumni Achievers Award in the Corporate Leader category. Can you tell us briefly, how do you connect with the institute? What does IIM mean to you?
Look, I have a very deep emotional connect with IIM Ahmedabad. I think it shaped me fundamentally as a person.
Okay.
I have had the privilege to go to some very good educational institutions, but my memories of IIM Ahmedabad are the strongest. You know, interacting with such wide and incredibly talented professors,
Right.
as well as an incredibly talented group of batchmates,
Right.
was always fun. And I also found my life partner at IIMA. So I think it has
Fantastic.
resulted in many emotional
That
bonds.
always makes all the difference, sir,
Absolutely,
I'm sure.
absolutely.
So what would you think are some of the key challenges in your professional field which you have faced, but IIM's knowledge, IIM's academic base has contributed in the solution to those hurdles, to those problems in your professional life?
I think IIM gives you the confidence that whatever is thrown at you, if you sit back, apply your mind to it, you'll be able to solve it. So I think
Right.
that quiet confidence that whatever life throws at you, if you step back and really analyze it logically, you'll be able to solve it. That I got from IIM. And the second thing is, I think it told me that every problem is a related set of things. So you should
Right.
never solve a problem in isolation. Look
Correct.
at all building blocks. People are an incredibly important part of any solution. So
Right.
think about that than just solving the problem itself. So I think those will be my two fundamental lessons.
Yes, sir. So what do you think are the key challenges that plague young entrepreneurs like yourself as compared to say 20 years ago?
One, I think, look, the world is filled with opportunities, right?
Right.
So I think before we talk of challenges, I think let's look at it in the
Let's
context
look
of the
at
fact that the world, there's so many interesting problems out there to solve.
Right.
There's so many opportunities to solve them. I
Right.
think. Having said that, I think the fundamentals of the business remain the same as they were 20 years ago. They remain today. So I think whosoever is trying to create a new business, the markets will sometimes be booming and sometimes be in a difficult phase.
Correct.
But create a business which is strong on the fundamentals.
Right.
And eventually you will reap the rewards. I think that's what I would say. If the fundamental unit costs of the business are, in the right direction, if the fundamental economics work,
Right.
in the long term the businesses will do fantastic.
I'm sure, sir, definitely. With that kind of advice, I'm sure young entrepreneurs today would definitely be inspired. So, interestingly, in an interview with Live Mint on June 16th, 2016, you have been described as a problem solver and a destroyer.
Correct.
So, what interested me in this was, what are your observations on people observing you as a problem solver and a destroyer at the same time? Why do they see you like that? What's the connection? What are your observations?
It's interesting. Look, I always, the reason I do consulting, I chose consulting as a profession, is I've always liked solving complex problems.
Correct.
And problems in the world of business are incredibly more complex than the problems in the world of engineering or sciences or whatever the case may be. Because
Right.
there's so many imponderables, there's so many moving parts. So I have always enjoyed the challenge. And I think I have felt that the challenge has got multiplied from what I used to do in my prior life as an engineer
Right.
in the world of computer science.
Right.
And I think fundamentally whatever I do in my organization with my clients, I've always been seen as a guy who can be, you throw a difficult problem at the person and he'll come back with a well thought through answer.
Correct.
So I think that's been a strong, kind of differentiator I've had as an individual.
Right.
And that's held me in good stead. And I think that, that is true for any corporate leader.
Right.
The job of a good corporate leader is to be able to see ahead, is to be able to solve difficult challenges before
Right.
others can solve them.
Correct. So finally, the last question. You are currently the managing director of Boston Consultant Group. You have been with the company since 1999, which is your year of graduation. But you have taken over from Arindam Bhattacharya, PGP SPA 1988. How does it feel? What have you learned from him?
Look, it feels great. Arindam has been many things to me. He's been a mentor to me. I've learned many things from him. Arindam was always bold about his vision for BCG as well as the vision he set for our clients. And I think he would go into a conversation thinking the very best that our clients can accomplish. And I think this just boldness of thought and boldness of vision is what I've truly learned from Arindam.
That sounds fantastic, sir. In conversation with Neeraj Aggarwal, this has been an interview for the Young Alumni Achievers Award 2016. Thank you so much, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.